Okay, so I haven't made a video in a while, but I'm feeling like I should get back into it. And this is my incubator. It's pretty big, and that's why I need 3 bulbs to heat it up. And if I get it to turn around, I have 2 thermostats. Did this one just turn off? Okay, well I gotta fix it. This wiring is so like small and I can't get it to work. But it was just working fine until I moved it. But on this one, I bought this thermostat offline. It was like $4 or whatever, and the wire goes through here, and it has the temperature probe on it, and 2 more wires go through here, and they hook up to the light bulb, and then these 2 little wires hook up to I think it's a DC to an AC or something like that, or an AC to DC, because this can't run off just the power from the outlet. It needs that black box right there, and it plugs in, changes the power or whatever, so it goes to there. And this one right here, it's a incubator thermostat. It's a Incubator or whatever, and that's that one. But I needed 3 to get to the right heat. Right now it's off because it's at the right temperature. But I have 2 fans. See if they turned on. This one should have turned on. This one's hooked up to a different thermostat. These 2 right here are hooked up to this thermostat right there. And this incubator's super loud because of these stupid fans. I need them though, so it regulates the temperature in here, right? See, it's holding at 100. Just about a little over, but the black line is 100. So that's 100. Might need a little bit more water in the rags, but okay. And then the egg turners, they don't turn automatically, so I have to plug them in for like 6 seconds, and then they'll all turn all the way around, and then they'll be done. So let me show you. Over here, it's kind of dark, but this is the egg turner plug-in. It goes in, goes through here. That's where the egg turners go. And there's a little outlet right here. I don't know, I think if you can see. Let me see if I can focus in. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see that. Little outlet right there. I just plug this into there for about 6 seconds every morning and every night, and that should be enough. You're supposed to turn them 3 times a day, but see, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. I don't see him turning. Of course, when I make a video it doesn't work. But, okay, well, I don't know what's going on. Because this was working a second ago. Like, it seriously was working. I saw it on before I even turned it. And then these were working yesterday night. Okay, but besides that point, if anybody has a better idea, because I want to get more eggs in here than just that many. This is a big incubator. I could probably have, I have racks already made out of wood and mesh, so I can stack an incubator on, or an egg turner on an egg turner. So if anybody has an idea of how to turn a whole bunch of eggs at just once, so I can come in here and I plug something in, or I pull something or something like that, so it turns a whole bunch at once, then that would be good, because I need to know how to do a whole bunch at once. But these things are just so stupid. It's like they don't feel hot. If they get too hot, they won't turn for some reason. So we'll try again here in a second. But their wires run up and go up and out right there. But if you guys want to know how the wiring works, I can show you one time in a different video. But I swear that was working. It was working. I was in here for about 20 minutes before I made this video, and it was working fine. The egg turner was working fine and everything. But in these windows right here, just go to the Dollar Tree and buy some picture frames, and you get this foam right here. Any kind of foam like this will work. The foam in a can. You just basically have a tube and you spray it on in a line around where the window goes. You just spray it around. So right here you'd spray it, and then you just pick up the window frame and you start on this side and you slowly push it down. And then once it gets down, you just kind of push it a little bit. You don't want to push it so hard that there's no foam underneath though. You want to push it where there's still some underneath. So now this is this window's not coming off. And what I also did is I got some sandpaper, some rough sandpaper, and I sanded the outsides of the glass so the foam had something to grip to. And I did that on both. And I cut this hole a little bit smaller than this one, which I shouldn't have done, because I had a different frame that was going to go in this one, and it was going to be a double pane, so there's going to be one on this side and then one right on the other side of that piece of wood, so it traps more heat in. But it works fine. It didn't change anything. I had it working perfectly fine before the windows. Add the windows in, now it's working perfectly fine now, except for that one light bulb. But it's still holding 100. That extra light bulb is just more of a safety. So if one of the light bulbs get burnt out, I have both, and they're both doing their job until I can figure it out. Because I might not know it for 2-3 days or something like that. So, but as long as it's holding its temperature and doing everything good, then I don't really care. See, hit max temp, turned off. So I can show you how to wire it up in a different video. And that's that incubator. And to add one thing on, this piece of wood right here, this 2x2 or whatever, 1.5 by 1.5, I added that on so the door doesn't start bending and get all warped, so that this gap right here where the door connects stays the same. You can see where it's like smaller on the edges. That side is touching, that side is touching, but right in the middle it's not touching. So that if you have this board, it'll help it. So over time it should close up real nice. But and then this lock, just a simple lock, and you just push it in. It kind of closes the gap. That's why it's so hard to put on. But yeah, you don't lose much heat, and if you do, you lose the hot heat. And that's also what the fans are for. The fans push the hot air down, and then the other one pushes it down. So where the eggs are is just as warm as everywhere else, except for the very, very top, which is the hottest. So yeah, that's my incubator. And any questions, or you know how to turn all the eggs at the same time, or any ideas to help me out, just leave them in the comments below. I'll get back to you. And thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe. Thanks. Okay, I figured out what was, after like 2 minutes or whatever, figured out what was going on. This thing, where it's wired up with these wires, perfectly fine. I lost a few screws, so that's why the electrical tape's on here, but that's all good. This is all good. But if you follow this down, this big box right here, it plugs into this, which there's 2 wires that come off of this and go into here. And the wire, one of the wires was good. One of the other wires wasn't even connected to anything. that's why it wasn't working at all. So when I turned it, it must have scraped up against here and pulled the wires out, and this cap fell off. So what I did, took this cap off, left the other cap on, wrapped it around in electrical tape, and now it's all good. Nothing will ever happen again. And now I can show you guys this egg turner real fast. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, done. And now it turned all the eggs. You can kind of see these ones turning, but I didn't see those ones moving that much, but that's just the angle. But now you can see that the eggs are turning, and it's all good. I'm not going to say like and subscribe and leave a comment, all that stuff again, but you already heard it. But yeah, that's it. Bye.